Sorry about that one, Kirby.
Oh,
Hey, Loose Beavers, Microman here. And welcome to another podcast, Approaches. So, I honestly didn't know this was going to happen again, but at this point, it's to be expected because it's been going on for every Friday in a row. So, at this point, it's no surprise. Sorry, I was talking with somebody. I'm in college now, so it's been like it's something that I had to deal with lately.
Yeah, but instead of
I'm going
going out on a
to
Friday
let
night, he's here.
the next person go next. I'll let Ant speak because he has his mic on. So.
Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the stream, and I'm hoping to talk a lot more about Smash with you guys today and some leaks and speculation. Do streaming and do some speculations and other stuff. So yeah, I cannot wait to get into it. So let's just get right into it.
I'm surprised you didn't say oi oi.
Oi oi, loves and govs, welcome to the stream. You guys love it. And I'll pass it over to Ware, if Ware's there.
Hello, you wonderful people. It's Wonderful Golden Star here. I'll pass it over to CNJ.
Hey, it's CNJ here from the Smash Datalyzers, and a new podcast approaches again. I don't know which one this is. I think it's the fifth one, and the second one we're doing LaxChris, and we're just so excited. We had to do this last minute, but yeah, so I think we should just start it.
Hey, so Ant, why don't you start us off? Because I know you got like the topics list.
Yeah, I've got the topics, yeah. So today, well, the first thing we're going to go into is our official YouTube channel, and thanks to Chris for saying that we got a new YouTube channel. This is going to be the official YouTube channel for a new podcast Approaches, and when Chris joins us, he's going to obviously stream on his, so it's going to be a double stream. So please, guys, check us out, and also subscribe to LaxChris as well. So yeah, we're going to do a lot more speculation and live streams on this channel officially, so which I can't wait to do. So that's the first thing. So yeah, welcome guys to the official channel. Do you want me to move on to the next topic? Yeah.
Yeah, sure. No, I'm letting you guys run this. I'm just here.
Okay, I want Chris. So we go in order. So I usually start off and then I'll pass it to whoever's next. So the first thing to talk about is color theory is dead. So we did go over it in the last stream, I think, but we just literally just went over it. We didn't really talk about it properly, but it's safe to say color theory is dead, pretty much. Yeah. Unless you want to do a double color theory sort of thing, but it's up to you guys.
I mean, I have a color pattern theory that I mentioned in the last video, I think.
Oh yeah, go on, tell us about that if you want to, quickly.
Okay, so for those of you who weren't living under a rock, I essentially made a theory that's based off of the color theory where it would, instead of going to orange or any other color aside from all the colors that have already introduced itself, essentially it would go back to green if it would reset all to the colors that are already introduced. So say that Prawn and Plat already started with green, Joker was red, Hero was purple, Banjo was yellow, Carrie was blue, and Violet was green. So it would rinse and repeat after that. So whoever the next character is could possibly be red. And if my theory is dead, it would have to be an entirely different color than that.
And
that
I
is
think
the only way it would debunk my theory. So.
And I think if it's a double color theory, it could be like a lighter color of red or a darker version of red, maybe. So I don't know what you guys think of that. So that was Micro's double color theory and the color theory. So CNJ's got his mic muted. So Lax, what do you think about the color theory and the double color theory we've just came up with?
I'm a little surprised that the color theory didn't end up panning out. I thought that, it was basically a sure thing. So to see that it didn't end up happening was something that was really strange. I know that, me, Papagenos, Block's content, the three of us really thought that it was going to end up happening, and I don't know, I think that Violet would have looked pretty good with an orange background, so I don't really know. I think that it would have been cool if we did end up getting the color theory, because then, the fans would have actually gotten something right in terms of, what Sakurai is thinking about and what Nintendo's thinking about, but it just...
Is it because of the sword?
Yeah, yeah, but also I just think she would look good on an orange background. It's just kind of what I'm feeling right now. So I don't know. I'm sad that it didn't end up panning out. At the same time, though, it's not breaking my heart or anything. I guess we'll get them next time. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm sure the Smash community is going to come up with tons more theories. So don't worry. There'll be more just like it very soon.
All right, and CJ, what do you think? Oh,
sorry.
Yeah, go Micro.
I was about to say, now that I think somebody looked into the files on the Smash website ended up finding a green palette. A lot of people thought it was a placeholder for Piranha Plant, but ended up becoming Violet in the end.
Well, there you go.
I think it was a different shade of green.
Oh my.
Violet has mint green.
But yeah, CJ, what do you think? Color Theory is dead. A double Color Theory. Anything to add?
Yeah, I actually think double Color Theory could happen. Before Violet was revealed, I'm not gonna say who the streamer was because someone in here could get angry, but I made a kind of thumbnail in a way. I don't think we could put it on the stream, but it's basically like with Dante and a brown background. Why I put brown? Because in the presentation thumbnail on Twitter it was brown, so I just put that overlaying Dante with brown. It looks pretty good. And then when Violet was revealed, that theory was dead. Color Theory is dead. And then when Micro thought of the double Color Theory, I thought it would happen, but in a way sort of different. Like every color would be a different shade of that color. So for instance, Joker's was crimson red. This one could be like probably magenta, not magenta, like burgundy or something like that.
That or red orange.
No, not exactly. Orange is a orange is a secondary color. Burgundy is sort of a third color in a way. Yeah, I think. I'm not sure. But yeah,
I mean, you don't see Violet with like a lime green color, so I mean, it could happen.
That's from the enlightened version, I think. Oh, sorry.
Don't worry, Chris. Your orange will come soon.
Hopefully it's on Crashed or Sora. I'd be cool with either of those.
I honestly keep thinking that it is going to be Crash next, but a lot of people keep saying, no, that's ludicrous as hell. Well, I thought it was bullshit, so I'm like, okay.
Also, wow, what do you think about the double Color Theory or just Color Theory in general being dead? What is your opinions on this, very quickly?
People read too much into things.
There we go. That was it.
That's fair enough. I could understand that.
So a small part of me thinks that it was originally orange, and Sakurai just saw other predictions. I thought, let's screw with everyone.
Okay.
I mean, he was acknowledging the memes, and apparently he already knows that people want specific characters on Twitter. Actually, you know what? Let's talk about that topic later because I don't want to screw up any other topics.
We've got a lot to talk about because basically, Chris, if you don't know, we're doing like a combination, and it's to everyone watching as well, of everybody's leaks and speculation today. So like block content, LaxChris obviously, and Papagino's. Might try and get other people, but we depend on how we do for time and so forth. So let's get right into the first thing. Before we get into like other people's videos, we're going to go into something that Masahiro Sakurai himself said, which was Super Smash Bros. Creator Masahiro Sakurai has addressed complaints regarding the amount of Sword and Fire Emblem fighters in a new column for Famitsu magazine. Now, if you guys don't know, he knows the backlash of like Bailiff being here. I'm going to say Bailiff one time. I know I'm not going to say this. And it seems like each new Smash game, the amount of sword-wielding fighters grow immensely, while Melee only had 2 with Marth and Roy by the time the series reached Ultimate Fight. Yeah, go on, Chris.
Oh, I didn't say anything.
I was Chris. Fire Emblem had more representatives than Legend of Zelda. Now with Bailiff's addition to the game, Fire Emblem is tied with Pokemon at 8 representatives each, if you count Pokemon Trainer as a single fighter. The Smash boss stated that he didn't choose who got added to the game based on own preference, and that it was Nintendo who made the calls. There are too many Fire Emblem characters, and there are too many Sword characters. I, too, understand. He confessed. So, with that. So, what do you guys think of that?
I agree. I agree. There's
too many.
There's too many sword fighters in general, but at the same time, like there's more people in Smash that don't use swords than use swords than do use swords is like an argument that I've seen floating around. And originally that was like the big argument. Wasn't that, there were too many Fire Emblem characters, it was that there were too many sword fighters. And now, because we've gotten, half of our at least Nintendo DLC fighters have been Fire Emblem characters. Like, in Smash for Wii U and 3DS, we got Roy and Corrin, both as DLC fighters. And then now we also got Byleth. So, I don't know. I like playing as Byleth. Like, I've started to really enjoy playing with her. But, I don't know. I wish it was somebody else, especially because I think that the last character reveal should have been better. And it just wasn't. It was the final character of the first Fighters Pass. And instead of having it be a character that, everyone was super excited for, it was a character that everyone was just kind of like, meh, about. So, I don't know. I feel as though if Sakurai had just revealed Byleth first or like third or something else, I think everyone would have not had as bad as a backlash. But you know what? We are where we are, right? That's what happened. Byleth's in the game, and I think I'm pretty excited that Sakurai actually was like, yeah, I understand. There's too many. So, I don't know. I thought it was very interesting.
At least he acknowledged it.
I think for him to say, because I think we all forgot about that. It was actually, even I forgot about it, to be quite fair, that Nintendo picked these characters and it wasn't Sakurai himself. So I can understand that a little bit. So with the business deals and stuff.
Sakurai's not to blame here.
Yeah, so, and I forgot about that, so that's shame on me. But I was just, I forgot about that. But C&J, what do you think then?
Well, I actually do agree with Sakurai. I sort of did a poll. I think the last number I counted with how many sword fighters was in the game was, I think, more than 20. Yeah.
Wow.
More than 20. That's a lot.
It is.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really a lot. But, like, I actually do agree with Sakurai, and also that there are too many Fire Emblem fighters. But, like, for some reason, I feel like we needed Byleth in a way. Because, like, Smash Ultimate for me, and for some reason, felt so weird without Byleth. But, yeah, that's probably just me. But also, in the same article, Sakurai did point out two very important things. And I made a video about it. LaxChris made a video about it. Chris, you probably remember this, but Sakurai said that he wants us to play as protagonists from different series in Smash Ultimate. So in a way, Sakurai sort of deconfirmed antagonists, enemies, if anyone does not know what that word is, or sidekicks. Like, for instance, all the other Phantom Thieves, which are sidekicks, and Ferdinand Von Eyre. So Sakurai basically deconfirmed them. But, yeah, what do you guys think about that? Those deconfirmed for...
We'll go to Micro's opinion, so...
Oh, right, I forgot, yeah. Sorry.
To be honest, if they say...
Micro?
I think I'm going to cry if they have deconfirmed villains so easily. Wait, hold on. I'm not muted, am I?
No, you're not.
You went quiet.
You're a bit quiet.
I couldn't.
Ow! Run forever! Okay, as I was saying, if they end up doing that, I'm going to cry. I have so many villain characters befitting for, like, being a character in Smash. Like, for example, Dr. Robotnik, Skull Kid, or heck, even...
Waluigi.
Yes, even my boy Waluigi. And personally, I want, like, how can I put it? I've said this before, I want Dark Matter from Kirby to be a character.
Or we have Marks.
I didn't say Marks, I said Dark Matter.
Right.
Okay, well, what do you think? You have to get your thoughts as well.
On this, I think this is a case of people reading too much into things, because this is a leaked part of the cancellations, if I'm not mistaken. This isn't the full thing. People are reading too much into small details, in my opinion, without knowing the actual context.
Yeah. So yeah, I think in this we can all agree that there's too many sword fighters. I know Bailiff. I was going to say bailiff. I need a counter on screen how many times I say bailiff. Anyway, so I agree, but I'll go by bailiff as a she. I think she is different, or I say they are different. And as playing with her now, she feels quite alright actually, to be quite honest. So.
Ooh, and.
But anyway,
God.
you have to break the tension somehow, right? Anyway,
I can already see the merch of that ship.
Hey, as long as it's the Edelgard version, okay?
Hey guys,
anyway.
hold on, really quick. So It says, so CNJ, I've seen you comment with CNJ Gamers, Smash Datalyzers, and also are you the one who's commenting with a new podcast approaches?
Yeah, honestly, I agree. Don't do that. That's kind of biased. That's
me.
That's me. For me.
That's me. I'm a new podcast approaches. I'm the one streaming.
Okay.
Anyway,
Sorry,
so
CNJ, it's funny.
Chris, this is why you're great on here. You're just so great. It's so cool. Anyway, so I'm trying to do this in order, but we got literally after we ended the podcast last week, Block Content actually released a video, and I'm like, oh damn you! So on the 31st of January, he had a video titled "Minecraft Paved the Way." Microsoft talks Smash. Plus Sabi leaks Paper Mario Breath of the Wild 2. I haven't done a whole lot on Breath of the Wild, but I went over like how Microsoft. Well, he is Microsoft. But Minecraft paved the way for Banjo being a Smash, but also Paper Mario a little bit. But I didn't go in too much into Breath of the Wild. So if you want to check that video for yourself, guys, just check it out. Go subscribe to Block Content.
Permission to drag him by the legs.
Yeah, so Rare explains how it works with Nintendo on Super Smash Bros. Ultimate's Banjo-Kazooie DLC. Minecraft had paved the way for the relationship between Microsoft and Nintendo. Microsoft's team and Nintendo's team met after E3 because of Minecraft and shared their thoughts and thought it was a great business opportunity. And then Sabi talks about maybe a new Paper Mario or remaster Paper Mario. So, Chris, because you're our guest today, I'm going to let you go first. So, Chris.
In terms of like what are my thoughts on Paper Mario?
Just like how Minecraft paved the way for Microsoft to talk with Nintendo, and also Paper Mario. So
well, in terms of Paper Mario, very, very excited that Paper Mario is apparently returning to form. Very much looking forward to that. I think that, Paper Mario is a franchise that is very near and dear to my heart. I grew up playing Paper Mario 64 and Paper Mario 1000-Year Door, and then, unpopular opinion, although I think it's pretty popular, Sticker Star and Color Splash were not great games.
Oh, great.
So hopefully we get interesting partners and everything else like that. That's what I'm most looking forward to. But yeah, in terms of Paper Mario, I think it's coming soon, and that I think it's actually going to end up happening. Sabi is very confident. He said that he's 100% backing the rumor that Paper Mario is coming to the Nintendo Switch and it's returning to form. And then, what was the other thing? And then in terms of Steve, I don't know. I don't really know too much about it, but I definitely think Steve has a chance at coming to Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. I think Steve is a character that lots of people really want to see, and considering Minecraft is one of, if not the most popular game in the world right now, it's entirely possible.
Absolutely. So, C&J, what do you think?
First, Nintendo and Microsoft's collaboration and partnership is actually pretty cool. I like that. It can pave the way for new ideas, like there was a rumor that Xbox Game Pass would come to Switch, which has not happened yet, but we've actually seen the collaboration of Xbox, Microsoft, and Nintendo already with Cuphead, Ori and the Blind Light, and also Banjo-Kazooie coming to Smash. So I think there could be more collaboration way. Even Steve. Yeah, some people might be saying this, but I think Steve could Smash. Yeah, that's basically all.
Okay, Micro, what do you think?
Oh, and about Paper.
Oh.
Yeah, wait. There's also Paper Mario. Right?
Paper Mario, yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm 129% sure
Ooh.
that there will be a Paper Mario game coming this. I am sure of it. I actually am.
A bit of overconfidence there, don't you think?
Yeah.
What happens if we don't get a Paper Mario game? What are you willing to wager?
Well, will I wager?
My name.
I will probably.
You shall
just
wager
break
your
my
Jewish
whole
hat.
house. I'll probably just break my
CNJ,
whole house
if-
down.
If you get this wrong, I want you to go on stream and tell them what CNJ stands for.
Please.
That is
Please
what I want.
I
If we do not get a new Paper Mario that returns to form, I want you to tell the world what CNJ stands for, because we all
We
know.
all know what
we
it stands
now.
for.
Okay,
It's just that
okay,
the
I
people in the
agree.
cast
And it's
don't know.
pretty funny.
No. Do a 10-hour live stream of you saying LaxChris over and over again. Okay, Micro, your turn. Paper Mario and Minecraft then. What do you...
Personally, I don't really know. I mean, in terms of Paper Mario, I think it has a pretty good shot at actually happening. I mean, if it were going into form, then that would show that Nintendo is acknowledging that like Sticker Star and Color Splash weren't really good games at all. It was just, I guess you could say it was just a mess in the art room. But seriously, I honestly wish it could go back to form. Probably the only and first Paper Mario game I've ever played is actually the first one. I've never got to play Thousand Year Door, unfortunately.
That's sad.
Wow.
I've
what a
actually heard
tragedy.
good reviews about it, yet I've never actually seen anything related to
Actually, a
2000 Year Door.
tragedy.
I've never played
I
Paper
know.
Mario either, to be quite fair.
We gotta do a let's
Oh
play,
my
I swear.
God.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
I need to play that. I'll play that on stream for the guys. Here you go.
Oh my
Please do.
There we go. Anyway, so what do you think of like this then? This Minecraft? And...
If
Wait, I
if
didn't
what,
talk about Steve.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, Karen.
Okay, my thoughts of Steve. Well, it depends, really. I mean, Microsoft and Nintendo have a good relationship right now. But I am gonna have to say it's undecided for me because as much as I want to see Steve in Smash, I can't put personal bias as my top priority. I have to look at the facts first, and I gotta see all the information that comes out of it. I mean, that's the whole point of this, right?
Yeah. Wonderful. Anything to add?
well, if what Micro said about Paper Mario paying LaxChris, this will really pain him. the only Paper Mario game I have ever played is Sticker Star.
Oh God!
I've not played any Mario Paper.
That's a bad way to
You
start off.
hate good video games? Oh my God!
Nah, I just didn't grow up in the olden days.
I mean,
The olden days.
I mean, you know, what's funny is I've been lucky to actually select or accidentally select really good games. Well, from what I've heard. So back then, when I was a kid, I wanted to get like games that I thought were cool, but actually were bad games. Like I actually wanted to get Sonic Heroes back then, but I ended up getting Sonic Adventure 1.
Oof.
And then when I wanted to get just a regular Mario game for my Game Boy, I ended up getting Mario Luigi Superstar Saga. Which I admit is probably my favorite Mario RPG to this date.
Cool.
And probably the only one aside from Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars.
Okay then, so I'm actually going to get into LaxChris's videos actually now, so it's good timing, we did this, so yeah. So huge Smash Ultimate DLC leak, the next fighter will be based on Bayonetta, new fighter leak, LaxChris on the 2nd of February 2020. So there's a 4chan leak stating that will be that the next Smash character is based on Bayonetta. Simon and Richter had a new visual glitch introduced in 6.0 while charging their F Smash, but no balance change at all. Byleth is likely based on them with the whip. The visual glitch has been fixed in 7.0 without explanations. Now, Bayonetta has a visual glitch introduced in 7.0 when she only had her shield size or something like that. So, LaxChris, you actually talked about this on your video, so go ahead.
Sure. So, I actually am pretty sure that this was originally sent in to me by CNJ.
Yeah, that's correct. That's correct.
But basically,
Oh my god, you tease!
I'm sorry. I'm just sorry.
It's podcast section.
basically what's happening for the people who don't know is whenever there's a new update, sometimes if we're getting a DLC fighter that takes assets from a different character, like for instance, who borrowed from Simon who had the whip?
Violet.
Byleth, right. So when before Byleth was revealed, Simon Belmont had this really weird glitch because like Byleth's up special was very close to Simon's because it does some of the same stuff. So whenever we see a visual glitch like that happen, we can kind of tell which character the next character is going to borrow some stuff from, right? So the character could be a completely different size. It could be a tiny character, it could be a huge character, it could be exactly the same size.
Mhm.
But we know that something from Bayonetta is going to be borrowed for this next character. And I mean, it doesn't even have to be a move. Like, it doesn't mean that this character has to have Bayonetta's up special or up smash or anything. It could just be borrowing her shield size. So, yeah, it looks as though for sure, Sakurai and his team are borrowing something from Bayonetta. That's what's
Essentially,
going
what
on
you're
right
saying is it's an Echo Fighter.
No.
now. No, it's not. It's not an Echo
I
Fighter.
know,
It's
I'm
not-
just joking,
it's
but
not
in a
Fighter.
way, it's kind of like saying, like, since they have a similar moveset, you can think of a character that would have that.
Sure.
First of all, let me ask you a question: who would fit that build?
Well,
like,
This is what I was
I mean,
thinking.
Jean
Dante.
would be a pretty good like
Dante.
character to have from the band.
Dante, but what about a
Dante?
female DLC character? Actually, the framework of a female with double guns. Lara Croft, anyone? Just saying.
Lara Croft. Actually, there hasn't been any
Oh,
representation. of that.
I would be 100% down for Lara Croft.
Double guns.
the
Lara
only-
Croft. That seems possible.
Wait, so
The only
hang
thing-
on.
Honestly, I
So
like
when
about
there
it.
is a new update and there's a visual glitch, it's usually a weapon, isn't it? It's not really a shield, but it's usually a weapon. Because if you think about it, was it Cloud was based on Ike, wasn't he?
Mm-hmm.
So it's weapons. So if it's anything to go by, double guns, maybe Lara Croft. I don't know if anyone else with double guns, if you guys know, unless it is a Bayonetta character.
Guns.
It's either Dante, Lara Croft, or
That
some
fits.
character with a gun.
That fits. Dante, double guns.
Trace from Overwatch.
Oh no, female. Yes.
Jonesy! There's
Oh
a
man,
weapon
Tracer
in
from
Fortnite.
Overwatch
Well done.
actually kind of makes sense.
It does.
Oh.
Female, double
Uh-oh.
guns.
Okay, worst case. Okay, guys. Worst case scenario, it's Jonesy from Fortnite.
No, he hasn't got double guns.
Yeah.
Oh, no, that's base case scenario, because then I get to hear micro rage.
Leak bait, leak bait, leak bait.
Yeah, when Jonesy gets in Smash.
Just barely heard that.
Where did that oof come from?
So, okay, so we're going to run very quickly because I want to see who your thoughts are. So I think that's a good opinion with that. So it's probably either 3 people. So it could be Tracer, maybe, because if we go and buy weapons and like the basis on that character. So Lara Croft, Tracer, and Dante. That's my 3. If you guys got any 3 or just 1 or 2, let me know. So Chris,
I have something I want to say.
oh okay, yeah.
I want to point out that the glitch is kind of being consistent because I believe Piranha Plant and then also Terry and Nana from the Ice Climbers had a
That's it.
glitch.
Yep, I remember that.
So and they had nothing based on them as a character, so there is a chance this could literally be nothing but a random glitch.
For all your source of leaks and speculation, subscribe to LaxChris for more. Anyway.
Agreed. Subscribe to LaxChris.
Anyway, so
There's no Bayonetta clone.
Aw.
so anyway, Chris, what do you think? So my 3 fighters are Dante, Lara Croft, and Tracer. They're actually very figure. If we're basing this weapon glitch theory, maybe I don't know. What do you think,
Off of Bayonetta, Dante.
Dante? Okay, just Dante. Anyone else? Or
Dante.
just Dante. Okay.
I think it's Dante.
Dante could happen.
That's just who I think it is. That's my gut.
I-
It's saying Dante.
CNJ.
Oh, Sonic also had a glitch.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Sonic.
I'm thinking about Dante, right?
Yeah. Okay.
We're
Yeah.
getting Shadow
Yeah,
Boys.
It's Dante. That's who it is. I guarantee it.
And
I want to know Shadow the Hedgehog.
The glitch
Shadow the
theory
Hedgehog
is
with them
real.
guns.
the glitch
Original
theory. The
character.
glitch theory.
We're
Okay.
not getting Shadow, we're getting Big the Cat.
With a gun.
Hell no! I am out.
Okay,
I'm
so
done.
Micro, who do you think? So I think we've got 2 Dantes, 3 or 3 characters. I would go more Lara Croft.
Okay, so Dante, Lara Croft, Shadow the Hedgehog, please.
2 guns?
Possibly Tracer, and hope to God, for all that is holy, not a freaking Fortnite character, please.
Yes,
No
we need
Jonesy.
Fortnite.
At the very
I
least,
know
just give us
Fortnite,
a
but
new
how about another
costume or
Fire
a
Emblem?
stage. That's all. No more
Another Fire
Captain.
Emblem, right?
Jonesy builds into
Fortnite
battle.
comes to Smash.
Okay, well, what do you
Fortnite
think?
before Steve.
What do you-
If you want my honest opinion, I think it's just a random glitch. I think it's nothing.
So you don't think this leads to another character?
I also think it's kind of like
I
something that
think
we're overthinking a bit.
Okay.
I genuinely think this is nothing. I genuinely think that. I
Also,
honestly,
just gonna say this flat out.
Mhm.
For all those people who believe that color theory or that something related to it, like a third-party list, would be the whole thing of the Fighters Pass, like honestly, I didn't believe that for a second. So I don't. If anyone's saying like we're not gonna get any sort of assist trophy, or if we're not gonna get a specific character because of this reason, I'm not gonna believe you, because at this point, there's no rules to this. Like, I'm not gonna.
All
I
right.
actually could think it's Jonesy.
No, because Jonesy would have a shotgun. But anyway, well, what do you think?
if I,
We get
okay,
Banjo again.
I'm going to give a couple of hot takes here, and I know I'm going to create a lot of enemies. I think if we get a Capcom character, I genuinely think it's going to be Phoenix Wright and not Dante.
So you don't think the weapon glitch theory is a thing?
I think it's nothing. I think it's just a random glitch.
Cool. We like
Don't
an
get me
opinion
wrong,
like
there are a
that.
lot of people who still want Phoenix, right?
Jonesy.
Phoenix Wright, in my opinion, but if this glitch didn't happen, I feel like Phoenix Wright would still have more backing him
Okay, cool.
overall.
All right then. So the next one would be from LaxChris again. Is huge Smash Ultimate DLC leak? Has Sora Smash Fate been confirmed? That's a lot.
Yeah.
So will he join Smash? And this was posted by
Rip Sora.
LaxChris here on the 7th on the 2020. Jesus Christ. Game Informer, ex-Game Informer editor says Disney Japan specifically is keeping Sora from being in Smash, but was unsuccessful in acquiring the character. So yeah. Chris, would you like to? Because it's your video.
Yeah. Let me just start by saying, I actually beat Kingdom Hearts 1 yesterday. It was awesome. I loved every minute of it. So to hear that my boy Sora might not be able to make it in, it's definitely disappointing.
We need Sora.
In terms of him, yeah. So apparently, this person who was working or was an editor-in-chief for GameSpot or Game something or other, who has ties with the industry, said that Nintendo actually did approach Disney of Japan, and they were like, "Hey, can we get Sora in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate?" They were like, "Nah, dude." So I really hope that's not true, because Sora is now my #1 most requested character after
really?
Tetra. So
Really?
yeah,
What about
I'm
Tetra?
really, yeah, right after Tetra, right after
Tiny
Tetra.
Sora. Tiny Sora?
Yeah.
You see, like Chris not having Tetra on his merch or anything anymore. It would just be like Sora instead, all dressed in black.
If Sora's not the next Square rep, then I have high hopes for Gino. Then
Yeah, that,
And if
yeah.
it's not,
this
that
also
has to
means
be
that there could also be you know that what was it? Frick, I forgot. I think Chris was also looking at that actually recently. Frick, I'm trying to look it up. Just give me a sec. You guys keep talking in the background.
Well, I don't know how I feel about Sora. I've never really played Kingdom Hearts. I want to play the third one, but I really want to get the older versions of that. I know you can get a collection of like 1 and 2, I think it is. So I can play it and be up to date, because even though a lot of people want Sora in, I've got no personal attachment. I'll say it to you guys right now, the only person that I would like to see in Smash by now is Master Chief. So I think he stands a better chance than Doom Guy. But going back to Sora, yeah, I'm not quite sure. I mean, it'd be different, Keyblade and stuff. I mean, guess a magic user / Keyblade user sort of thing, I guess.
when
All
Sora,
right, I think I found it. Well, I don't think it was Chris who saw it. I think it was Blocked Content who actually saw this. You know that Sakurai column that basically said that wait, no, never mind. Fuck. Sorry.
Anyway.
So there was one character that Sakurai wanted, and essentially he couldn't get that character, and he ended up getting Violet instead. So I'm assuming that if that's the case, then wouldn't that mean that Sora would have been the 5th fighter if that wasn't Violet?
I guess.
Possibly.
Well, this is going back to you, Chris. You did an interview with Gyro, and I would like to get him on the podcast at some point because the guys know bits apart of what he said. I've listened to the whole thing, so I heard about how, if you guys don't know, bring up to speed, LaxChris did an interview with someone called Gyro. I think that's his name, Chris? Gyro?
Gyro.
Yeah.
Gyro, yeah.
Yeah, so basically, it was supposed to be Jill Valentine was supposed to be in the base roster, and because they didn't get Jill Valentine in the base roster, Nintendo said to make a DLC. Capcom didn't like that, so pulled Jill out, made her a spirit, as you guys saw the spirit event, and so they juggled around the DLC. Apparently, that is the case. I'm not quite sure how credible Gyro is. I guess he's quite credible, Chris, because you've had him on your channel.
Jill was Joker's base.
So
you think that would also consist of all of the spirit board?
It could be.
The recent Spirit Board events like Tetris and all that.
So that's what I was telling the guys. So if you guys, I suggest you guys watch that interview. It's really quite informative, and it's on Chris' channel. We'll find it with interview with Gyro. But yeah, I was talking to the guys with this, Chris, and they didn't know about it really. I guess you guys didn't really until I told them. So it's quite very interesting with that.
That's a big rip.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah. By the way, I looked into this. Apparently, Jill was the base for Joker. Apparently.
Yeah, that was the other thing, wasn't it? That's why Joker was called James.
Jill was supposed to be Fighter 1,
yeah,
and it wasn't supposed to be.
So I just into it my own, and I actually found that out.
So that's quite interesting. I said, Chris, if you could hook us up with Gyro at some point, it'd be great to talk about stuff, so he can inform the rest of the guys here properly on what he said. So, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, I'll see what I can do.
Yeah, cool.
Thank you.
So, Real Nintendo Direct leak, February-March 2020. Leakers reveal 3 total Nintendo Directs in 2 months. This is from LaxChris again. 7th of Feb 2020. So,
I also did it.
yeah, so there's apparently 3 directs. I was actually looking because I didn't manage to look at the video, but Chris, would you like to explain? Because I literally was taking notes and then you started streaming, so I actually missed this video of yours. But usually I'm quite good. But
Sure.
I really shit, so.
Basically what's going on right now is we now know that so Sabi did not actually come outright and say we're getting 2 Nintendo Directs this month. So this person named Zippo over on Reset Era said that we were actually going to end up getting these directs happening, right? So Zippo said that these directs were going to happen, and Sabi was like, yeah, instead of looking into it, I just kind of took his word for it because I know Zippo, everything else like that. Lots of people believe that Zippo is actually Sabi, but there's no proof of that. But in terms of that, yeah, so what's happening is we're going to have a normal Nintendo Direct this month. We're apparently going to be getting an Animal Crossing Direct this month, which obviously makes a ton of sense because, we need one.
Why wouldn't you, is the question. Why wouldn't you do an Animal Crossing Direct?
So we need one, so that's going to happen. And then we're also apparently next month going to be getting a Nindies Direct, which is like indie games. So yeah, it's interesting. That is for sure. I'm really looking forward to learning more about what's going to end up happening. But a lot of people are saying that's not going to end up happening because we had a Direct in we had 2 Directs last month, and then 2 Directs this month, then another Direct in March. Like, all of those Directs are different Directs, and also, like, after this, we probably won't get anything until E3, so, I don't know, man, my gut's just telling me this is what's going to end up happening.
See, I'm just going to quickly jump in here, C&J. So I think we're just going to have 2. I don't think we're going to have 3, but definitely 2. And I agree with you, Chris. I think we're going to have 2 or 3, depending, and then the next one will be at E3. on Smash characters, I think they might do a double reveal at E3 with 2 big names, but then if we don't, we know why. Maybe it's the Byleth situation and we don't get anything, so maybe. So
That'd be a sad rip.
yeah. So C&J, would you like to your thoughts on this?
Yes. Sorry, my throat is hurting me. But well, as Chris said,
Gyro's actually here, by the way.
Hi,
He's
Gyro.
in the chat.
Get him on the voice chat, my dude. We should get him on the podcast sometime.
Yeah, we need to. Yeah. Yes. C&J?
Yeah.
But anyways, I actually would like to. I actually agree with what Chris said about all these different kinds of directs in the past few months. This happened last year as well, in 2019. The last regular direct was on September 13th, and the actual regular direct after that was in February 13th, if I'm correct, and that's a 5-month gap, and no one thought that could actually happen.
Oh?
And, yeah, 5.
No, I wasn't
months.
responding to you. I was responding to the chat. Apparently, Gyro says he wouldn't mind being part of the podcast, bros.
No, it's cool.
Ooh, okay then.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Chris, you're gonna have to drag him. Get the body. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, kill him, get the body, and do not bury him.
Anyway, C&J, yes, you were saying, sorry.
All right. What was I saying again?
LaxChris was right.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Now I remember. And this also happened in 2017, 2018. The last direct in September. So the last regular direct in 2017 was again September 13th. And then since everyone was speculating that there would be a direct on January 11th, like an actual direct, Nintendo made it a mini direct. And then the actual direct after that one was on March 8th, which actually was cool, is that it revealed Smash. So I actually think that this could happen, that there will be at least one direct in February and at least one in March, which I also talked about in my video about it. And yeah, that's basically all.
Jay with this hard self-promotion.
I know, right?
I'm so sorry.
That's all right. Micro.
We're just talking crap. It's okay.
Yeah, we got some problems.
I just want to say before
I
Micro,
promise.
before Micro has his say, I just want to say something right now. What you did for everybody in the stream the other day, Chris, was amazing. No other YouTuber does that. And if you guys don't know, he said to basically everyone, if you need subscribers, just say so. That is just an amazing thing to say. And this is one of the reasons why I'm subscribed to you, and this is one of the reasons why I like you on the show, and we did that interview, because it just proves my point that you are a nice guy. So there you go. Screw the haters.
The reason why I don't personally do it,
I'm clapping for myself.
sorry.
Yeah.
The reason why I don't do it is because I feel kind of like ashamed, or I feel like if I'm being a coward to actually just like ask people to subscribe to me, because it sounds like I'm begging. And it kind of feels like, please give me subscribers.
It's like, I think
No,
I
but
asked.
to be honest,
I didn't say it like that when I did it, but I said like to Chris, are you sure? Like about 3 times, are you sure you're alright doing this? And everyone was doing it. I was like, but I was still, are you sure? Am I alright? Are you sure? Like just making sure. So
I think there are a lot of people who have not subscribed to me, and they've seen my videos. Like that's kind of like, oh, that's a tear. Those are tears coming down my face. What do you mean?
So anything else, Micro, on the free directs, and what do you think in 2 months? Like Chris said,
in terms of the 3 direct, I have confidence that there is a direct this month. Honestly,
any at E3?
Probably. Let me check if there's any dates that I could think of. I usually think of Wednesday, so I'm gonna go stick on Wednesday. It can either be the 11th, 12th, 13th, 18th, and 19th, 20, or 25th, 26th, or 27th. It has to be one of those days. Otherwise, it can't be any other day.
Okay, cool.
I think it could be any day in February.
Yeah, I think it's either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. It has to be one
No,
of
it
those,
definitely
but
is gonna
mostly
be a
Wednesday.
Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday.
All right then.
I
Wow.
have confidence it's
Oh.
Wednesday.
It has to be Thursday, in my opinion.
And if my theory is correct, and if also that like gum theory is correct, I want the next character to be Shadow.
Gum theory.
Oh yeah, the gun theory.
I mean,
No,
Shadow
it's
has
weapon
guns,
glitch
he's
theory.
Red and black,
WGT. WGT.
and not to mention Sonic movie gets revealed this month, so yeah,
yeah,
get Shadow
Beck and I are
the Hedgehog
going.
in the game.
Yeah, Beck and I are going for Christmas or for Valentine's Day to see the movie.
Remember to force your girlfriends, guys. I mean,
Hey, I just know Gyro wants to join, so I don't know how to add him to the podcast bro chat. So somebody
Just
else
invite him to the VC, and I'll start developing his
yeah, invite him to the Discord
icon later
first. We might have to do it for next week because we got a lot still. Well, we got a big one next for the next thing. So, wow, what was your speculations of the free directs? Do you think we're gonna get any more?
I think it's pretty standard. We're gonna get a Nintendo Direct, obviously, an Indie Direct, and the Animal Crossing Direct. And then we won't get any new information pretty much until E3
Let's be
from.
honest. We
Oh,
aren't
so-
getting anything from the Indie Direct, like besides indies and stuff.
You don't know
like,
that?
That's not the main focus.
Okay. I want to quickly say something in the micro, and to all you,
Yeah.
because I've just realised. When I
Yeah.
said Tracer, I've just realised.
Yeah.
They're Activision Blizzard. If we get Tracer, we're most likely getting Crashes on me costume.
No!
Oh no.
No!
Oh no.
That's the worst case scenario.
Don't give me discouragement.
All right, cool. Well, this is a hefty one. As you guys know, I don't get wrong. I don't know situation, but it looks like Papagino's. He does like a big bulk video, and this was like a 40 minutes long, I think, video. I watched all of it. So basically, Papagino's uploaded a video on the 6th of Feb 2020. Smash leak rumor and theory speculation after Byleth. So there's something in his video. I just went over the basics of it. One was against spirits. He talked about so Fire Emblem Spirit event didn't happen. So does this deconfirm spirits? So do you want me to read the whole list out, guys, or do you want me to do one at a time? What Papagino said. It's quite a lot here. So.
Yeah, there is something.
By all means, go.
Okay, so there's an argument going around against spirits and for spirits. So the against spirits is the reason why we didn't get a Fire Emblem Three Houses Spirit event is because Byleth was going to be revealed as the DLC. But the for spirits thing is they can modify old spirits' name to something else so it doesn't collide with fighter spirits. So that's for spirits. So what do you guys think?
Thank you.
So what do you guys think?
Thank you. I've been trying to say that the whole damn time.
I always think it doesn't deconfirm.
Jesus
but-
Christ.
what do you guys think of this then? The for against spirits and for spirits argument. What I've just said.
I think considering the stuff like Free Houses came after release, they couldn't have spirits, so you shouldn't judge them at comparing the base game spirits. I think if they're event spirits, they are most likely out though. So I don't think we're getting a new Pokemon rep, for example. Unfortunately.
Even though we
but I
hated it.
feel like stuff like Geno and Waluigi, hopefully, are still completely on the table.
That's cool. So, Chris, what do you think? Chris?
Hang on, I was kind of glitching out during that. Could you repeat the question?
So, there's an argument what Papagino's went over against spirits and for spirits. The against spirits is a Fire Emblem Spirit event that didn't happen, for Free Houses. That's it didn't happen because we got Byleth, so that's why we didn't get Spirit.
Gyro has joined.
And for spirits is they can modify old spirits' names for something else, so it doesn't collide with fighter spirits. So, what do you guys think of that?
Dude, spirits are. It's so hard to tell. It's so hard to tell. I don't know.
I kept trying to tell Chris actually about
Spirit,
that.
man. I don't know. I wish I had an answer, but I just because spirits. At first, I was like, "Oh, spirits deacon for fighters for sure," and now I'm like, Wait, do spirits deconfirm fighters? Like, what do spirits even mean? So now we have a
Objection!
I don't know. I don't know.
Objection!
I object to that, Chris. I have full confidence that spirits do not deconfirm fighters.
So,
Okay, I just want to quickly talk about something because people have sent me some stuff about spirits,
Ooh,
Okay.
okay.
and I've just completely remembered.
oh, okay.
And these are stuff against spirits because of what Sakurai said about expanding game worlds.
Oh boy.
And I personally don't believe this. This is just arguments I've heard, which
But he
I
said that
feel
about
like-
Fire Emblem. Fire Emblem's expanding worlds, and then we got Fire Emblem. It's in the same bloody universe.
in all fairness, I've got heard that they are different timelines, and I still think that's a dumb argument. But these are just arguments I've heard.
Okay.
And also, it's a thing about. I've also heard that adding spirits wouldn't technically add anything new, like to the universe of Smash.
Mm.
Which I think that one is a fair argument.
Mm.
I personally don't agree with it, but I'm just trying to spread some stuff for the other side.
Mhm.
Playing devil's advocate.
Okay. So, I think Micro and CNJ, would you both think? I think with CNJ you spoke about it, didn't you? I'm not quite sure. Did you?
About what?
About the for and against spirits argument.
Oh no, I don't think I did, but actually. Oh yeah. So I actually have a theory. So you know those spirits that, like those event spirits like Resident Evil and Shield.
Mhm.
Apparently, in update 7.0, along with Violet, all event spirits are now on the spirit board.
Yeah, they're actually found out because people didn't know at first if the event spirits stay on the spirit board, and I actually found out I actually come across Sword and Shield spirits again on the spirit board, even though the events ended. So they stay on there. So
Right,
So I
here's
think
my
someone just
opinion
said
on it.
something. Someone new in the chat.
how's it going, Cycle?
Gyro.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hola.
Hey,
guys.
Garo, how goes?
Okay, thank you.
A new challenger has
make
approached.
Just make sure that my mic doesn't have like any echo in it. That was the problem I had with Chris the first time I recorded with him.
They sound good, buddy.
Okay, I can check for you.
Fair enough.
Okay, we're just
Yeah,
gonna go
you're
to
not
Mike.
having any echo.
We're just gonna go to Micro on this, and then we can get to you, Gyro, if you really want.
It's gyro, not gyro.
Sorry,
Please do not-
I can tell
Gyro.
Gyro.
I swear.
Only call him Gyro.
Gyro,
Sorry.
Gyro,
Do not
Gyro.
call
He
me
is not a
gyro.
sandwich. He is not. He is not that top thing that robs. uses as a projectile.
I might just still keep calling that now.
It's
by
not
the way,
gyro.
Anyway,
I think I might be an
Gyro,
idiot on this,
gyro.
but I just realized that the Subspace Emissary logo is essentially the tops or the gyro that Rob uses. So I guess you can say that Subspace Emissary was a gyromite game all along.
oh,
Guys,
no.
actually, so really quick, I want to ask Gyro because he's here now. What are your thoughts on
Anyway, sorry
the
for
possibility
interrupting.
of two?
You said micro
It's
next, I
interrupted me.
think.
Oh, yeah, it was
Oh.
Chris. We was going to
It's
do
interrupting me.
Micro's thing, and then we can go to Gyro.
Alright.
Yeah. So my thoughts on what the spirit thing.
Yeah, so for and against spirits thing, what Papagenos went over in his video about the events, and then you can modify spirits' names. But you said you was all for it. You sound passionate about that.
Well, where do I begin with that? I kept telling like people, even Chris, I kept telling people that they could easily change the names, or if they wanted to add a character that was already a spirit, they could literally add the character, but it has to have like a different name to it. Like I even showed them, like they can even use different renders, like their Smash Bros renders, as a possibility of an actual, different character. For example, Christy, do you remember that thing I showed you with Gino and all that? Like, there was a comparison between the fighter spirit and the actual spirit that's within the game. Because that's the reason why you thought that fighter spirits deconfirms fighters in the first place.
They do.
No, the thing is that if they were to use, like, I've seen in the game myself that it's possible that Nintendo can easily use the Smash Brothers renders of said fighter
Cloud.
if there's already a regular spirit of that fighter in the game. What's to stop them from using the fighter's like render instead of having to literally use the old render again as the fighter spirit? Like, there's no reason why they can't do
Straight
that.
up laziness.
I literally kept shaking Chris about it, like, dang it, man! I'm trying. Don't you get the bigger picture here?
Well, hasn't like the Wii Fit trainer got like down yoga pose or something, and it's the model of Wii Fit trainer as a spirit. So technically,
Yeah, but look at Pokemon Trainer for example, or any of the characters that have like alternate costumes and all that. Like, yeah, that only is specified for them, but what's to stop them from doing it with characters that don't really require it?
Okay.
I think
Like,
the only
look, I'm
argument
gonna go
against that
to,
though
I'm gonna
is
go to the, I'm gonna go on my game right now. I'm gonna go to the inventory. I'm gonna go to the spirit list.
Okay.
I'm gonna go all the way to fighter spirits.
All right. Oh, while you're doing that, let's get Gyro. Okay. Gyro.
yes, you said it right.
Okay, so I was talking about the guys here. I said I watched the whole thing of you and LaxChris, their interview, talking about what you said about Jill Valentine, of her being on the base roster. And I was telling the guys here, and they kind of did, but didn't know. I wasn't quite sure who knew and who didn't. So I just wanted you in here to like go through that with us watching and with the guys here, just to bring them up to speed, what the whole situation of the DLC swapping rounds and stuff like that.
Right. So, from what I understand and from what I was told from my contact who had their source, Jill would have originally been the first fighter on the first fighter. She would have been the first fighter in the first fighter's pass. That's a tongue twister now that I think about it. First fighter in the first fighter pass. Yeah, and the reason that I kind of can see that, why that had been something that was speculated on, was because of the fact that there was that code name, what was it? Jane, I think it was?
It's Jane, yeah.
And that the character had a ponytail and it existed at the same time as Joker. From what speculation we can gather, it looks like that was possibly Jill. We don't know for sure 100% because nothing confirmed by Sakurai or Nintendo, that was used to create Joker. Because they would have used the gun, and then they would have used that model to then construct Joker.
Mm-hmm.
So that's part of the reason why that adds up. And then something very interesting that happened. We actually got a leak of the next Famitsu.
Okay.
And there was some information here. I actually found it through a Game Explain video, and I was looking at it. And the translation here reads about the first Fighter Pass, and it actually had a theme to it. There was actually a theme to the characters picked.
Interesting.
Wow.
So this is what it reads here. I'm going to read straight from the page that I have it where it's all been translated. The theme this time is a high degree of freshness. And description of freshness, or the definition of freshness is new or like freshly, what is it? Fresh new. What's the other word I was looking for? Brand new to like, yeah, brand new, fresh off the press, all that sort of stuff. So from what that meant was we had Joker, who was from a brand new game that had only come out like about a year ago or a couple months prior, I believe it was a year ago. We had Hero, who was from a game a couple years ago, but also was getting a version on the Switch. Mm-hmm. And then we had Byleth, which that game had just come out. Mm-hmm. So there's 3 examples right there of fresh characters, fresh and brand new, that had not been seen before. Mm-hmm. And the other version of fresh is like a brand new experience or a new franchise to introduce into the Smash Brothers. So that would be Banjo through Microsoft and Terry through SNK. So basically, from what I gather, is that this high degree of freshness meant characters that were going to be relatively new to Smash Brothers in some sense, whether it be from a newer game that had only just barely come out, like with, again, Fire Emblem Three Houses, and games that did not have any recognition on Nintendo consoles or in Smash Brothers in general.
Okay.
Like, again, Heroes, Joker, all those characters.
I just find it all just interesting, fascinating, just hearing this all. So I'm just going to break it to the guys.
The funny thing, the funny thing about this theme actually also fit for Jill, because we got the Resident Evil 2 remake literally last year, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was.
So she would have fit the theme as well.
Yep. 100%. But it's just...
So I think that gives it just a little bit more confirmation that she was originally in the Fighter Pass, and that they had to put Byleth in there because Capcom decided to be children about it.
Yeah. I mean, they could always still do Resident Evil. They still haven't added Claire to the Spirit event, so Claire is one of the characters that they can use. The same with, like, Wesker.
Then when you have a Spirit board, what other characters are you going to choose? You've already got the main villain, you've got the 2 main female and male protagonists, and then you got Chris.
Maybe it's like some other characters in the series. I mean, Carlos for Resident Evil 3. But then he's just, I guess, a generic character with just like a ray gun would be, I think.
Oh, God.
Yeah. So I can't think of anything else. I think Wesker was on the Spirit board, I believe.
He was.
Yeah.
He was actually the first in the list of the Spirit number for some reason.
I mean, we could always
get ahead of Leon and Jill.
Yeah, I mean, we could always get, like, Leon, maybe Resident Evil 4 or something like that. They work around it like that as a DLC, but then I don't know how that would work, in my personal opinion. So...
Yeah, it's kind of hard, because again, like I said, Capcom kind of burned a bridge with them. I'm pretty sure that Resident Evil isn't going to get in.
No. So if not, maybe another character. Like we had actually another theory we made up just now, didn't we, guys? It was called the weapon glitch theory, and everybody was talking. Everybody was talking about Dante because there's a glitch. If they, say Sakurai or Nintendo, whoever you want to say, base a character off another character, they usually have a weapon glitch. So I think last character we said it was Simon and Richter had a glitch or something of their whip, and then turned out
with
to
their
be
whip apparently, but I didn't ever see this.
but it was like Byleth.
Neither did I.
Yeah. So I never saw it either, but this is just what we've been told and speculating and all that.
I've only seen footage of the Bayonetta thing, and honestly, it's just not enough to go off of for me. I mean, it's just a glitch because every game is going to have a glitch if you're honest with yourself. You're always going to have glitches that are going to be found, and then you're going to patch them out.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
not all of
think
them
about the one with
anything,
Duck Hunt
really.
and the sword and the Mii Sword Fighter that crashed the game. Think about Piranha Plant and the what was it, the All-Star Smash or whatever it was that
Is that still
completely
there?
like destroyed. No, that's gone now. Apparently that was been patched out, but the reason that occurred
Thank God.
wasn't because of Nintendo or even the system itself. It was because of people who had apparently gotten SD cards that were not legit, so it was causing a corruption of the system.
Okay.
I know. So
that's what I found out through a lot of research.
Okay. So yeah,
That's some important information to know.
Welcome back, Chris. We was just listening to what Gyro has to say. It's all really just been fascinating. All of us have just been listening to him, literally. So yeah, it's just.
I
It's
Well, to be
apologize if I
fair,
kinda
we took
took over the
majority. We
conversation.
took majority of the time in the beginning. I think it was fair that he'd catch up along with us. So
The thing is, I don't
Fair
know
is
about all
fair.
the things that you talked about. I just know about the most recent, which was the Spirits and Papa Gino's stance on for and against,
Yeah.
which I did
Uh,
actually listen to that video. I had it up to my ear the whole time that the person I was with at work was driving. We drove like for 2 hours.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah.
shit. Okay, recap then. CNJ, Chris, recap the whole thing that we were talking about the whole time. Like, or actually, no, Ant has this list. Wait. what am I saying?
Yeah. So when you joined Gyro, it was actually in the middle of Papagino's video. That's what we was talking about. So you probably caught up with Papagino's video. So we got to for the against and for spirits. Now, what's going around about Gino? So if you guys want to talk about this, so. We all, I think it's safe to say, want to see Gino in this. Even though I have not played Super Mario RPG. don't at me.
What is wrong with you?
Don't at me. I plan to play it.
That is a sin in of itself.
But hang on. I will
I have
still.
never played Super Mario RPG. If I'm with you.
I will
It's safe.
tell you this,
Yeah.
that there is something really interesting that I found from one of the tweets, from one of the tweets from, what is it, Marco Pica? Is that the name of the person that I showed to Chris, that I was actually reading off all the tweets from? Marco Maro. They had
that's
a
it.
really interesting tweet. Let me pull it up here, actually. When they were talking about for the directs, or what it was, next week, so many leaked things finally will get the official status. And then it says niche and RPGs are the best two words to describe what's going to happen. And we are up to another busy summer like 2019. And then shows the sun for summer. That for some reason,
Golden
Block
Sun,
Content thought that meant Isaac.
Yeah.
No, it doesn't mean that. Because here's another thing. Niche and RPG also describes Super Mario RPG.
Yeah, that's very vague as well. Very vague.
I mean, I think it's mostly the Golden Sun.
Wait,
at the
what were we
end.
talking about?
What?
You.
I forgot the name of the. What was the name of it, Gara? The name of the. person?
Marco
Marco
Maro.
Maro.
That's it. Yeah. It was talking
Marco
about,
Maro.
Yeah. About a game that's been an old game. Was it a game, but something niche? I didn't get the rest, most of it.
Here's the thing, though, in particularly with Super Mario RPG, there are some people who have never played it, and they consider Geno to be a niche character. They don't see the popularity that the community has or Sakurai's care for the character. And strangely enough, again, we never got that Mii costume back when they revealed Heroes stuff, which everyone expected to happen.
See, I'm glad you said that, because what Papa Gino said, he said he doesn't mind either. He rather gets Gino in as a character. But maybe the reason why we haven't got the Gino Mii fighter back is because maybe they're revamping it to make it look like Gino, but it still be a Mii gunner with the music Forest Maze. So what do you guys think about that?
That would mean they'd have to actually make they'd have to make it more than just a hat. They'd have to make it the entire head of Geno for that to look like how they did with Cuphead and Sans. And I don't see that happening.
Yeah.
Here's the reason why I don't believe that, and I think that he's just kind of giving up hope a little too much because of one person who talks to him in DMs, which honestly, I don't listen to every single individual thing that someone says. I take things with a grain of salt, and here's the thing about that. Both Sans and Cuphead have a reason for being a gunner. We have the Gaster Blaster, which makes sense even though it's a little bit unexpected, and literally Cuphead's moveset is entirely gunner-based. It's entirely shooting projectiles in his game. It makes sense. Geno has more to his kit than just shooting things like with bullets and little pea shooter bullets. He has full-blown star blast attacks.
Yes.
So I would not say that that's something to cut his chances of getting to be a full-fledged fighter, just because of how much that would completely nerf, or it would completely not represent him well enough.
Okay. So we'll pass it on to everyone else then. So Chris, what do you think of this? Do you think Geno will be a fighter or a Mii fighter, just revamped like Cuphead and Sans?
I think personally that if Geno's gonna get in, he's gonna be a playable character. Just because,
Chris?
what? I'm just saying, if we do get any Geno representation. If we get any Geno representation, I think he's going to be a playable character, because that's just what I'm hoping. But in all actuality, he'll probably end up being a Mii costume.
Yeah. I think that's what I'm leaning towards as well. I think I want him in.
I think I don't know. It's just I want him to be a
waiting for
character,
him.
so
Does
I'm
anyone
leaning.
else want to put their input about what I just said?
Hey, can you not hear me?
Yeah, I heard.
I
You.
can
I
hear
think
you.
it's breaking up a little bit for me. I heard, but
Oh no. Let me see. No, it's okay. I think
Chris?
I think it's okay. Yeah, Chris is okay.
you all right? You there?
Am I good to? Am I good to say anything?
Yeah. Also about what Gyro said, we're just going in order now. So it was what Gyro said, as well as Geno fighter or Mii costume revamped. But
In my honest opinion,
oh, okay.
I still think he could be a fighter. I honestly still have high hope that he can be a fighter with all the information that we got here. But I'm gonna be honest, in my personal opinion, I'd be fine if it went either way, just as long as he's represented. Didn't they also say that there was a possibility that Geno and Mallow would come as a single character in of itself? But I don't know.
Okay.
See how that would happen. And again, the interesting thing, well, again, from that leaked information, and I remember Papagino talked about it too with that the Kako demon and the Mallow costumes that they came out, that the leak happened about November, which would have been about the same time as when the the broadcast for Byleth happened, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that is actually true. Yeah, that's what he went over in his video too. It lines up in November, 2 months, I believe it was, or something like that.
And I had actually speculated about this before. I never actually talked with Chris, but I believe that the Mii costumes are made months in advance because they have to go through all the testing, make sure that their models are correct and everything. I mean, look at how much detail they have. And even people who tried to recreate the Mallow and the Cacodemon heads, they weren't able to do it. They weren't able to make it to that same level of detail that looks real, like it's actually a real leak.
So yes, I don't know. I think I'm leaning to me more than anything, but that's my personal opinion. So what do you think, C and J?
Yes, about Gino. So yeah, I actually think Gino could be a fighter, which would make sense since Sakurai loves Gino. There was one thing that I forgot that I wanted to say, but I just forgot it for some reason.
Oh, just let us know. Just let us know when you can.
Oh my God, no!
Micro.
What?
Micro.
Give me a sec.
All right.
You know
Where
how
would you
it
like to?
has, Here, can you please go back to me?
Yeah, that's okay.
So I
Where
can
would you
remember.
like to me fire or fighter for Gino?
Okay,
Where?
hold on a second.
I think he'll be playable. I do believe he'll either be a Mii costume, a deluxe Mii costume, or playable. But I am very much leaning to playable.
Okay.
For a few reasons, but one of the main ones is even if he was a deluxe Mii costume, it would have still made the most sense to show him with Hero, and it would have made much more sense to reveal him before Sans, despite my love for Sans.
Okay. All right.
Lol.
Well, the going on to the next thing that Papa Junior said. I said this is very lengthy. It's 40 minutes of just everything, pretty much.
Oh yeah, indeed.
Yeah, it's like I was like, oh, I got to watch a 40-minute Papa Gino's video like before I go to work. How the hell am I supposed to manage this? Anyway, so he said also it looks like all the leakers and are leaning to Crash being the sixth fighter. Now, what do you guys reckon of that?
Crash, yes,
As
definitely.
sixth fighter, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Crash actually, I think it could make it in. Probably.
I do believe Crash is gonna come. I just don't think it'll be the next fighter. I think they'd save that for E3.
Yeah, I think
I
that's
100%. I 100% agree that Crash might actually be in the game.
I am with Ben on this one, but I have one worry about Crash. Activision, because from what I know of Activision, they are very greedy. They're not a bad company, but they're very greedy. So I wonder how much I would ask for Crash.
I mean, we've already got deconfirmed Sora, so I think I could already see that actually.
I don't actually think that Sora is deconfirmed, so to speak, but I think he won't be in this fighter pass if there is another.
Right.
I kind of agree.
okay.
Fair enough.
All right then. So we've only got 3 more things, and then we've ended PUBG's thing. So video. Sorry. So we got the Tales logo for Tales of series, the 25th anniversary. You know that logo going back with the Tales of. They got it rebranded.
Oh, yes, yes.
Apparently it was for the 25th anniversary for Tales of. But Lloyd still could be in Smash. So what do you guys reckon on that? Do you think Lloyd will still be in Smash? Yes, no. What is your opinions on Lloyd?
I think
No,
it's
Lloyd.
still possible until we see a Mii costume reveal.
Yes. I agree.
I actually
Now-
agree.
I agree 100%.
Yeah.
Oh
To
no,
wait
no.
and see
So
on.
Lloyd is still a yes to everyone. I think yes.
No. I'm honestly in the middle with even getting a Namco rep, going off what Sakurai said about not many strong candidates. And if we get one, I genuinely think it is about between Lloyd and Yori from Tales of.
I think it would be Hiachi because he tried to get him in Smash Wii U, didn't he? But he couldn't do inputs to Tekken or something like that. But now they've got everyone else in playing games.
Probably that it's a 3D fighter, but I have one problem with Hiachi, and that's the death of the voice actor and the death of him in the series.
Oh, okay.
That doesn't mean he can't be in there because he can actually reuse
That and
voice
also, isn't the director of Tekken also said that they would that they don't want him or they don't want Tekken characters in Smash Brothers?
I just
Oh,
thought
yeah,
they couldn't.
true, that's
I
a
thought
big
they
rip
just because
now.
they couldn't implement the characters. I thought they couldn't
I
do the
probably
fighting
that-
style. I thought it was.
That
they
was what
are.
Sakurai had said.
It might
But
be.
if
No,
the
because of all
director
the
of the game had
harassment
said
they
no to the character's inclusion, I think it's dead in the water on that instance.
Oh, okay.
I thought it was because that they could not implement Heihachi or any Tekken character, but actually they can. And this is what I've heard from people. The problem with Heihachi or any other Tekken character coming to Smash was that they could not implement another special in one of their own specials. Like, let me give you. So you know Terry's is side special, right? It has two different kinds of. It has two.
You're
different side
trying to
special-
say that they couldn't implement another input character.
Right, yeah, that's the thing. Like, for instance, with Terry, they were able to implement Terry. How? With their side special. Because the problem with Terry is that he has two different side specials, which is Crack Shoot and also Birdie Knuckle. And that was also a problem with any Tekken character or Heihachi. And now that Terry actually has that implemented, they could also implement it with any Tekken character. So, in a way, in my opinion, a Tekken character has a higher chance of coming to Smash, in my opinion. Yeah.
Anyone else got anything else to add to the?
If I had to add a Namco character, I would add Nightmare 100%. Smash
Nightmare.
needs more villains.
Maybe.
My only
I
problem
think-
with Nightmare is, like, I don't think that he'd be able to balance him well enough. I think the character would be kind of too OP, and isn't Nightmare technically not the protagonist?
You got a
That's a
point.
difficult.
He's an
Difficult.
antagonist.
Yeah, but I think he is the face. When you think of Soul Calibur, what character pops into your head when you think about it? That's the.
Link.
Ivy.
What did you say, Chris?
Link. Because
Link-
I played
Link.
Soul Calibur.
Oh
on
my
GameCube.
god!
I
yes.
agree with them there. I agree. Link does come to mind when I think of Soul Calibur.
No, it's Spawn.
Or Darth Vader or Yoda.
Oh, this sort of
wait, what's
pertains to
the
what I was talking
Kratos
about in the
in one?
beginning of the
Yeah.
podcast.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, something I'm gonna bring up real quick, and this is just really, really speculation, and it's only a theory. It has no base whatsoever.
Okay.
I don't think that we're gonna see anything DLC fighter-wise from the Legend of Zelda series. I think he chose that ancient armor Mii costume specifically to say that, because if you think about it, he chose a Rex Mii costume to say that Rex wasn't gonna be a character in the game. Now he chooses a Breath of the Wild / Zelda series Mii costume. Out of all the other possible things you could have chose.
I wanted that as Link's alternative costume, a Guardian outfit, not a Mii costume. So he doesn't have to have the Master Sword. He can have a Guardian Sword and Shield, but I guess that didn't happen. That's what I wanted, but it didn't happen. Oh well. So, anything else to add about Namco rep or anything like that, guys, before we move on?
Sorry to
Like
add
I
a
said,
Nam.
Oh yeah,
Namco
Namco. I
rep,
have a character.
just
Mappy?
go ahead.
I just said Mappy, and that's it.
All right. I don't know who Mac is.
I could
That's a
see
personal pick.
one reason why he would specifically choose Lloyd, and it's not just because it's like the face of the franchise, but where else is he located at that there is a very small group of people who still play this game that's also getting its next update on the 14th of February. Zero told everyone that.
Okay.
Shh.
Makes sense. Or doesn't?
What would be the chances that Sakurai grabs Lloyd just to drag people away from that?
Yeah, I see what you mean. Okay, well, if you've got nothing else
It would
to
be
add,
cruel.
yeah, well, we've got nothing else to add. I'm going to go on to the. We got literally two more after. Well, just this is the last two. Data Mind Smash mode, a new tournament mode showing up in Japan version of Smash Online Challenge. There wasn't much about that, but apparently Japan of the version of Smash has another mode which we haven't got, and it was the same sort of picture that Papa Junior's had in his thumbnail of like Incineroar and two other characters. I
Are
think
you
it was
referring to
Fox.
convention mode?
I think it was convention mode. I think somebody said, "Here is your new mode," and it was actually called Smash Online Challenge or something. So
Yeah,
Ah,
that's,
convention
so
mode
basically
was
there
what
are
I
these
think.
kinds of competitions in Japan. I actually know a little bit about it.
Mhm.
One of there are two different competitions. One of which is each month that in Japan there's like this big tournament sort of, and if you win, you get special stuff like spirit items and stuff like that. The other one is with pictures, and basically you have to like make your own picture in an actual game, like in a round of Smash. So if I'm correct, this mode pertains to the first one I was talking about, not the second one, because the second one you have to take a picture of that picture and reply to it in one of Smash Twitter accounts, if I'm correct.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, basically that. So yeah, I have nothing else.
Okay. Anyone else? Just jump in. How about you, Chris? We haven't heard from you, Chris, for a while as well. Sorry, Gyra.
Just... You've been the
It's
dead
all
fish.
good. I'm just listening. You guys have interesting theories.
Okay, well, Gyra.
Okay, what happened to Lax?
He's been lax. He's been lax about the whole thing.
It'll be back eventually.
I don't know if I might have gave out or something. I don't know.
So, Gyro, what do you think about this new online challenge? Do you think it's going to come to other parts of the world, or what do you think of this?
I don't know. I just know that sometimes that Japan gets exclusive things that we never get to see. Think of all of the exclusive SNES games they get from get all of the stuff they got on WiiWare, Wii U, all that stuff. There's exclusives that we're probably never going to get to see.
Yeah, it's true. I mean,
just another instance of that.
The same with the was it the NES and SNES online stuff? Sometimes we get like Japanese versions of games, which is quite interesting. But then I don't know if we're going to get the full.
Yeah, Puyo Puyo 2.
Yeah. So I don't know if we're going to get the full, library of Japanese games. Maybe, I don't know. So I don't really, deal with the online stuff.
I think the only time or the only instance so far I've seen is the Dragon Quest, the first 3 games, but those you have to buy them.
Okay. So, Micro, CNJ, anything? I haven't heard from you guys much.
I don't know what to add, honestly.
Okay, cool.
What about like convention mode?
Well, so Smash Online Challenge, what they said, and just Japan. But as Gyro said, we could not get it. It could be just for the Japanese version.
I have something I want to add.
Yeah.
I wish I lived in Japan sometimes.
Just to try out the mode.
Think about when they get those exclusives.
Yeah, 100%. So CNJ, what do you think?
With what I said about those 2 tournaments, if they brought those 2 tournaments, or at least one of them, especially the first one, to America, then we would get that mode. And I also have the Japanese version of Smash Bros. Ultimate. So if you guys want, I can check that out and see what that mode actually is. Just make sure.
Okay, cool. Right, the last thing we're going to talk about, we pretty much went over it. There's going to be how many directs. Papagino's last thoughts was from Zippo, 2 directs this month. Papagino's thinks is going to be a Nintendo direct. Other could be an Animal Crossing. I don't know if you guys want to get into that or not. It's up to you. We kind of briefly went over that anyway, didn't we? So it's up to you guys if you want to.
They're going to be real. Watch.
What about the Crash mobile game?
Yeah, well, I don't know much about this. I mean, we did have 2, but that one we didn't really count. But
I don't think that doesn't mean anything
I made a
for
video
Smash.
about it. I can explain it.
Yeah, you could do it like that. I mean, the only other thing we've got is Golden Sun rumors, but I think we went over that as well, didn't we? From you, Wah?
Yeah,
Block Content went over that a lot when he had talked about Zippo's information and also Marco Maro.
So
that information too, talking about the niche and RPG and had the sun emote, and he went directly to Golden Sun. And they're like, it doesn't mean that, it means summer. Seriously, people aren't that they don't make hints that obvious.
I just want Golden Sun.
I'm fine with a Golden Sun game like getting ported to the Switch, but the question though is why and how much of, in other words, how much you're going to risk that it's actually going to be something that people buy, because that was one of the things that kept Isaac from getting into Smash Brothers, other than an assist trophy, is that they didn't know how much the demand for Golden Sun was.
And I think that blew
they
up right
didn't
in their
know.
face. I think that blew up right in their face.
Cool. Okay, well, I can't think of anything else if you guys want to talk about anything
should I
else.
explain the Crash mobile game thing?
Yeah, if you can, if you want to, and then we got to go because I know, Chris, you've got a stream soon as well, haven't you? So.
I'm pretty sure we've already lost Chris.
No, I'm here.
The thing
I'm
is,
just listening.
the thing is, this is what I always wanted to do, is talk about Smash, no matter what it is, just speculation and everything and anything. I just love it all. I just love it. So, yeah, CJ, you take this one, because I don't know much about this, so if you want to take this one, CJ, all you.
Yeah. Okay. So for some reason, I'm the only one that made a video of it, so I'll just read the script I made for the video. So someone on Twitter named Jump Button posted yesterday, Crash Bandicoot mobile game revealed. Investigation by myself and Montwera. This game can be signed up for now, it seems. He does not specify if it's apps Google Play More or something like that. And then he posted, and then he attached some pictures. The first one is an icon of the actual mobile game with Crash Bandicoot in it with a new model, and in my opinion, it looks all right. I'm not really a big fan of it, but the second picture shows more of Crash's model, and basically says Crash is now on mobile, and you can see like Crash's whole model, with him doing like this crazy face, and he actually looks way better. I'll post the pictures on the chat.
Okay.
And the third, just quickly, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, the third picture looks like Temple Run, like a clone of Temple Run. You know the game where you basically have to run away
Yes,
from
we know.
You took a treasure and you have to dodge obstacles. So yeah, the third picture basically is like a clone of Temple Run in a way, but with Crash Bandicoot. Then the fourth one, in a way, sort of reminds me of. This might be so weird, but Angry Birds, Angry Birds Epic, and also Clash of Clans, where you have to build a base and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
To be honest,
Wait a
this model
second.
would fit for a Smash render.
Yeah.
I see the logo here from King. That's the company, King Games.
Yeah, it does Candy Crush, I
Yeah.
believe, as well.
Best Fiends, which I literally just saw a commercial for on the TV. I have a feeling that they're the ones who made the render. I have a strong feeling of that.
It does look Angry Birdish.
It looks like something. It does
Yeah.
look like their style.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I agree. So yeah, that was interesting. But yeah, this is what we do. Like, if any of you guys got anything to add, or just send us anything through our Discord, or just contact whoever and just say, "Oh yeah, we got this thing to check out." We'll check out for you guys. So I know I know, Chris, you have to stream. Do you want me to end it now, Chris, or we're just going to take some questions from the chat, or how do you feel about this? So.
Well, I'm actually not going to do Smash tonight, as I was trying my Switch, and
I don't
it's just
think
not
we got
connected
him
to
anymore.
Wi-Fi.
Oh, okay.
Looks like we're gonna be here for a while longer.
Can you guys not hear me?
I can hear you. I can. I was just trying to listen to what you were saying. But everyone started talking. But yeah, your Switch isn't working, did you say?
Yeah. No, it's not connecting to Wi-Fi. So, yeah. But if we could, I do have some other stuff I need to do. So if you guys want to end it off, and then I'll end this part of the stream, and I can send people over to the.
Is anyone else able to really hear him?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I can hear him. Yeah. So, all right. Yeah. No worries, Chris. No worries, Chris.
I'm gonna send here. Yeah. Go ahead and post the link to your stream at Podcast Approaches in the chat right now.
In general.
I posted the server.
What, in your
because
chat?
no-
In your stream chat?
In my chat.
What, the link? I don't think I can post it. I think I need to be mod.
I will allow it. Don't worry.
Okay. That is the YouTube link for our live stream.
Yeah.
Lax on the track with another $2 donation.
Thank you so much, man. I really do appreciate that. Master Chief for Smash, I absolutely agree, my friend. Thank you so much for the $2 super chat. Really do appreciate that. Yeah, guys, I wish we could play Smash tonight, but it's just my Switch is not connecting to my Wi-Fi. For those of you guys who don't know,
I just unmuted the actual stream. I can hear him fine on there, but I can't hear Chris at all in here.
It's weird. Yeah.
That's honestly weird.
That's okay. He's just about to
Also,
send
Chris,
people over here.
Kappa's coming
One
for
thing
us.
one thing I should recommend. I think we should. There has to be a time where we all in this voice chat right now should play on Smash. Like,
Oh,
I
yeah.
guess you could say in like.
Pod bro.
Yes!
Yes. Yeah, no worries. Anyway, I'm gonna just let Chris end his stream so everybody can, come over here. He's gonna send everyone here so we can continue maybe a little bit more and ask questions from the chat. So if you would like to, Chris, then.
Oh, yeah,
All right, guys, I'm gonna head out for right now. But if you guys want to continue listening to these guys chat, we're gonna go ahead and post a link to the new podcast approaches channel where they are also live right now. So I'm gonna go ahead. And I'm gonna I'll get that link really quick. Hang on.
And if y'all people are watching it from that channel, you don't really have to do anything. You guys can.
Yeah, you guys are already there. It's easy peasy. So I'm gonna go ahead and spam this. So.
Welcome everybody. Everyone's coming in here.
Also,
Welcome.
yeah, and I asked Destiny if he could post the Discord link because for some reason.
That's cool.
it
We
was
got
not letting me
we
post
got all the
it.
links in the description. Jesus Christ, Chris, you're amazing.
Guys, do not
outta here.
spam the chat with the. You guys, don't do that.
All right, here, guys. Have a great rest of your night. Thanks for having me.
Hey,
and yeah, I'll
Mike,
be stopping
ban your
out here in a
account.
little while.
No worries. See you
See
later.
you guys later.
Bye. Bye, Chris. All right, guys. Well, thank
Bye,
you.
everyone. Smash Datalyzers signing out.
Oh, I was just going to ask some questions
what?
from the chat. Chat, what are you doing?
What are you doing, CNJ?
Wait, what?
We're not
Wait,
ending
what?
yet. We're just going to ask
Only
him.
Chris gets to
Oh, I
leave.
forgot. I'm so.
That's okay. So, guys,
Wow.
we're if you're new, welcome. Please consider subscribing. What we do here, we're going to try and thank you, Gyro, as well, for sticking around as well. It's been great to have you on here. As well.
Gyro.
So, anyway, I just want to say the whole point of this podcast, and for you guys joining right now, we're going to try and combine all Smash communities into one. So, and
Yes.
that is the whole goal and point of this. So, if you like block content, if you like LaxChris, if you like Papagenos, if you like Marlon Gaming, which we're trying to get on here right now, if you like any leakers, theorists, even Gyro here, we're going to try and get them on to talk about, because at the end of the day, we just want to talk about Smash. That's what we want to do. So,
Hey, I
Yeah.
have a contact, so yeah, I got that info.
yeah, no worries. And
And a lot of insight.
yeah, well, Gyro, I know you're just thrown in here the last minute, but thank you for joining. So at least you know what we're all about now. And thank you so much. I said, if any time you want to join the podcast, you're more than welcome to. And we're going to try and get some more guests as we can. So if you know any people as well, just bring them over.
Yeah, join
I
us
don't
for
really
12
know
hours.
anyone because I've kind of distanced myself from several communities
Oh, okay.
for reasons.
Oh, no worries then. Yeah, this is a
Oh.
complete different community, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, we got rid of the trolls already. No.
well, anyway, guys, before we end this, because I know you guys have just joined, we'll take any questions from the chat. So that's what we usually do towards the end of the stream. So if there's any question you want to do,
Sorry,
Yeah,
I don't mean to interrupt.
That's
I
all
wanted to ask
That's
one
fine.
other thing.
yeah, it's fine.
Did you guys already talk about the block content video with the Sakurai talking about a character that he wanted to add, but Nintendo told him no?
Yeah, we did
I
actually.
think we did.
The only block content one I've got here, what I've got written down, because usually we do like a weekly roundup of everybody's leak videos and speculation videos
I
into
kept
one.
mentioning that. I don't know if y'all people kept ignoring
Yeah.
me.
So basically, well, I don't know. The only one I've got on here was the Minecraft paved the way. That's the only video I've got down here. So Gyro, if you would like to explain, then.
So basically, from what I listened to with the video, he talked about apparently the next Famitsu article that was leaked, that Sakurai was going to talk about the next set of fighters, and also apparently mentioned that a character that he wanted to add, but he was under the mandate for the Fire Emblem character because Nintendo picked them. They basically rejected his choice for the first fighter pass.
Oh, okay.
And I think that character might actually be Gino. Reason I say that is just because it's a gut feeling that he's still coming somehow, some way. That Sakurai is gonna pull it off.
I tell you what, I think I like what you're saying and like what you're thinking, because it seems like Sakurai's a good guy given all the characters that everybody wants, but Nintendo's like, nah, we don't want to give them everything they want, so they're just doing business
Why do you
decisions.
think there are 6 characters in this pass?
Yeah, I know.
Gino. The original one's planned plus Gino.
Maybe.
Makes a good point.
Yeah. So
I think that
wait,
the
wait,
next
wait.
character reveal will be actually Gino and not Crash. I think that it will be happening
I thought that.
soon because it just seems to line up with a lot of things and those hints that we've gotten. Like
Really?
no
Would you like
costume
to-
for him, the Mallow, the Cacodemon and Mallow headpieces that were leaked back in November, and those costumes were made months in advance. We found out that presentation was made in November. There's gotta be something going on behind the scenes because we waited forever for Byleth to be revealed.
Yes.
Yeah.
And we wasted all this time for Byleth. I'm joking. No.
Okay, well, that's
I
very
can
interesting.
can actually see Gino being the next fighter too.
So
The
remember
Kakamaro,
that
like,
according
it
to
turns
the
out.
leak,
Hold on a second. Stop knocking on the door. I'm busy. Go away. Child, this piece of crap.
Calm down, Micro.
Imagine
Sorry.
being trolled by young children, Micro. Imagine being trolled by Fortnite fans.
I hate you.
Anyway.
I hate you. The thing is, my cousins aren't Fortnite fans anymore.
Anyway, so I just want to take some questions from the chat because everyone's been very patient and I really would like to get to them. So the first
I
one's...
didn't even get to.
Oh,
I
sorry.
didn't even get to say my reasons why,
Okay,
I
sorry.
thought Gina would be the next fighter.
Okay, go on.
Okay.
I was going to say that with the Kakamala, like, since we now know that, like, any series can basically get in as a me costume, like with Altair, for example. Like how that got in without having any sort of other representation. Like it could have been Ezio, but instead it was that was a pretty random representation, even though it was like, what is that, Activision, or is that like what?
Yeah,
No,
Ubisoft.
That isn't
Ubisoft. It's
Ubisoft, yeah.
Also, rabbits. I can finally make one.
C&J, got anything else before we ask questions from the chat? 'Cause I really want to get to the questions in the chat, really. So.
Yep. So Gino as the first fighter, I actually think it happened. Really. And also, by the way, some people might think that Gino cannot get into Smash, or at least this fighter's pass, because Doom Guy was basically the article. And actually, I'm gonna prove that.
I
that
was
article
about
does
to
not
say,
confirm Gino, or more specifically, the whole
C&J,
Kakamaro.
before you go ahead and say that, I was about to say before I got interrupted. Sorry. I was about to say that, with the Kakamaro leak, because of Altair and all that, that doesn't mean that a main character that has to be the one to represent that series. So it could also be the Kako Demon to represent Doom instead of Doomslayer being the actual representation as a fighter or a me gunner or anything like that. So I don't know what you guys think, but
I
it's
think
still
that it's possible for Doom Guy to be at least be a me costume, if anything, for Gunner. I can see that.
Yeah, I think the same.
It doesn't have to be a full costume, but it's something that
it would make sense because they would use his older design because that has a unique aesthetic to it. It's a little bit more retro, and that's something that sells sometimes.
Okay. All right, guys. I really want to get questions for the chat because everyone's been patient for us. I really have to do this now. So.
All right.
So.
I'm sorry for interrupting.
That's okay.
So
That's fine. It's fine. It's just already
already
because the guys have been patient and waiting, and we'd like to get. So, Time Jester Jevel, I hope it's pronounced correctly. What is the chances of Steve joining Smash Fighter Pass Volume 2 because he could join Smash? Now, when I do these questions, I want to quickly run through them. So, Steve for Smash, yeah, I can see it. So, C&J, would you like to do yours? And then we go from there in order.
Wait, what?
What Steve in Smash, you think? But be quick, because I want to get to these questions.
No, Steve.
No, Steve. Okay. Gyro?
I said it already previously in the video I had with Chris. I think Steve's gonna be a me costume.
Okay.
Yes.
Fair enough. Micro?
Fighter or me costume. Either way it goes.
Okay.
Whatever goes.
Okay.
Really.
What do you think?
I don't know actually. I think Steve could become a character. He could be a me costume. He could be a spirit event. He could get nothing.
Okay,
I
think we could get Steve as a fighter and like a creeper as an outfit or something. I don't know how that's going to work, like a me brawler or something. I don't know. So just looking after. So there's a question for you, CNJ, but I'm going to read that out anyway. I know people have given up hope on Shantae. I haven't. I think Shantae might be in after Sans and Cuphead as me's, but I haven't just yet. What do you think? I think Shantae might be a me. I can see her being a brawler or something, a female brawler. What do you guys think about that?
Oh god, that would be terrifying.
Hell yeah! What? Wait, what? Well, I am going to
Type
punch
would
the
fit it.
hell out of you.
Don't think her body type
Just
would
for
fit
saying
it.
that.
How's it going, Savage?
I'm
Yeah, go on.
I mean, Jesus, imagine Shantae being a me costume. She's meant
I
to be
wouldn't
playing
mind either way.
So, what do you think, CNJ
Just as long
Gyro?
as I get to find a way to play with my bae.
What do you think, Gyro?
That rhymed, actually.
CNJ?
Oh,
Um,
no, Gyro, you should go
For
first.
me, I still think she's gonna remain a spirit. And if anything, and I don't want to dampen any hopes, but I think that we could be seeing a spirit event for her game, possibly within the next 2 or 3 months.
Okay. Yeah, because there's a new game coming out, Shantae, I believe. Yeah. So
Only one
Yeah.
way to find
It
out,
was
though.
supposed to come out in
Hey,
December. I could have sworn.
interesting about that. Then that's very interesting. All right, CNJ.
Oh, Shantae. Nothing.
No, okay.
The spirit will stay, but I don't think the spirit is going to get.
Well, can't they?
What?
Right. What I was thinking with spirits. Sorry, very quickly. I know. I said very quickly, but I think they could just replace the fighter to unlocked in World of Light as that actual character, or they just leave it as that spirit in World of Light. But that's what I think. Anyway, I really want to move on this question. This is what I think. So, Beverly Carter says, I'm thinking Geno's Fighter 6 because this is my theory. Do you guys... anything thoughts on Geno's Fighter 6 or 7? What do you think? We went technically over that, didn't we? We think Geno's either a me fighter or a fighter. We kind of went over that already, didn't we? So if you guys...
I think he's the next fighter reveal.
Yeah. I think...
And also, kind of one of those little things. Remember how Sakurai has done those little love letters before with the characters that he picks?
Mhm.
Think about
Yep.
what month this is, and think about the direct coming up.
Yeah.
If it is
Well,
next
it is
week, the
Valentine's
day before
Day.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah. Huh, maybe.
It's already
I
Valentine's Day in Japan.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Oh.
I think
The
Pat,
13th, it's already the 14th in Japan.
Oh,
What?
interesting. That's very interesting. I didn't know that, so... Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Of course, it all depends on when the direct would be, which would make sense to be in the evening.
yeah. Okay. That's
In honor
interesting.
of Valentine's Day, I think we should get a waifu.
Maybe.
Yeah, we already have. CNJ, we already have our waifu. Lynn is our waifu.
Okay. So I'm going to choose a few more questions out of the chat. Lax on the track, Young Life said, what do you think Master Chief's chances are? Now, I want to take this one. As a big supporter of Master Chief and someone that loves Halo as much as I love Smash, and to find out Doom Guy might not have a chance, and you guys I think agree that Doom Guy might be something else, I think Master Chief stands a better chance than Doom Guy ever did anyway. One of the reasons is the games, the rating of the games. Halo games are rated teen, right? Doom is rated 18, so I think that's one of the chances we've got. But also, as a lot of people like LaxChris and Papagino said, well, I don't think Papagino's more LaxChris, Halo, yeah, they have guns, but they also have alien guns that look a hella fun. I mean, a pink
Hold on
gun
a second.
that
I
shoots
thought
pink.
that all the Halo games were M-rated.
Well, in England, I don't know how the rating system works. It's 16 or 15 plus. So
That's weird.
yeah. So I don't know. I mean, it could be just what my opinion is, but I really want Master Chief in. It would be like the only pick. I would not play any other game but Smash ever again. I'm saying that right now.
Okay,
There's
let's
only
see.
one hurdle that I can see with Master Chief, and I've already discussed this with Chris as well, and that's the amount of money that they'll have to pay for the spokes character of Microsoft and Xbox. They would be paying a bunch if Microsoft wants to take advantage. So that's the thing that I'm having the issue of believing is if that's going to be a hindrance to getting Master Chief into the game. I don't mind him getting in as a character, but it might cost them too much. That's my only concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Just gonna read the comments. Let's see.
I was
my salvage animator with the like.
I was
let's
just
see.
going to ask
Do you guys
what
think
you guys' opinions was on everything, like Master Chief. What did you guys reckon? So anyway,
and
before
I
we-
was reading. The
Yeah, no,
comments,
we're still
but-
on the question though. I was going through everybody.
Oh,
Nobody.
sorry. My bad.
That's
Okay.
right.
My opinions on Master Chief is he has a chance, but he isn't happening before Steve. We're getting funny Minecraft guy first.
CNJ, Micro, Gyro, where oh, Gyro, you've already said, haven't you? Or would you like to?
Yeah, about Master Chief, I already said.
Yeah. So C&J. Sorry, I'm getting you mixed up with C&J for some reason. Anyway, yeah, go on C&J.
Yeah, oh, by the way, I'm on the road, but I can speak. So, about Master Chief, a little bit hard. Here's my problem. We already got Banjo.
Mhm.
He's owned by Microsoft. And for some reason, I don't think it would make sense if there's another Microsoft in, like, as DLC.
Mhm.
For some reason. Yeah, it just does not make sense to me. But, you know, it's Sakurai. He can do whatever he wants.
Okay. Micro?
Remember that he has to deal with Nintendo and also with Microsoft as well.
Yeah.
Yes. And yes, we all know they have a collaboration together with a lot of stuff, but
So, Micro?
if Master Chief was going to get in, I think they would have to put his games first.
Which we've had rumors that they are coming to the Switch. At least the Master Chief Collection. We had that rumored before the Game Awards.
I believe it was March 2019 where they said maybe the Xbox Game Pass net is coming, so... But I'm not
It's
sure.
still coming. I guess, who was it? Sabi who said that apparently his inside source says that that's still coming, but it hasn't been finalized or something.
Okay.
I still have yet to see it.
Ooh.
Yeah,
But
I
if that
think
is the
it's
case,
information
that
from
means
my
that we'll
source as
get
well.
Ori and the Will-o-the-Wisp on the Switch via the Game Pass. But I just am still having some little issues with that.
Okay. Right, I'm going to just choose 3 more questions. Micro, did you say about Master Chief?
I don't give a shit. No, I'm kidding. I actually do want Master Chief in the game.
Okay, cool. All right, so I'm going to just...
No,
I'm just choose...
And
Yep.
and
terms of responsibility,
someone
for Master
privately
Chief, either
DM'd
way.
me a question. Someone literally DM'd me a question, so I'm just gonna ask it here.
Okay.
Do you think the first pass are having too many humanoid characters and not enough cartoony characters?
Yeah, I think we need more cartoony characters.
Oh, Mickey Mouse is perfect.
Oh, no.
Especially the Epic Mickey. He's definitely going to get in.
Micro. Micro?
Micro, you're scaring me.
Gyro, then?
C&J, what's this pin message in on the...
Oh, wait, do not, wait. Okay, tell me that in DMs, please.
Gyro, what do you think, then?
Do what? I didn't catch the
Yeah,
question.
the question... What was the question again, where?
Do
yeah.
you think the first passes are having too many humanoid characters and not enough cartoony characters? For example, this first pass only had one cartoony one, which was Banjo-Kazooie, and 4 humanoid ones.
Almighty Savage Animator, we hear you.
Yeah.
Give us a sec.
So...
Yeah, and I
Sorry.
think that's a matter of what game is the main protagonist a lot of times.
Yeah, so I mean, I think there should be more cartoony sort of thing. Micro, what did you say? What did you say? More cartoony humanoid?
Yes, I agree. We need more cartoony characters. But seriously, C&J, Mickey Mouse isn't a thing anymore. If Sora can't get in Smash, what makes you think Mickey Mouse has high
No,
hope?
Mickey Mouse is not going to get in. Epic Mickey Mouse is going to get in.
Epic Mickey is...
Epic Mickey shall get in.
It's not a possibility, mate.
Oswald as an Echo Fighter.
It's not a
Mad Doctor as
possibility.
boss.
Oh, we need to settle
Mike,
this next.
Spirit
We
could
need
be
to
like,
settle
"Oh,
this next
take them."
podcast, guys. Let's just wrap it. We're gonna talk about this next podcast. That's gonna be one of the debates we're gonna have next week, probably.
Micro. Yes, we're gonna get John Z with Thanos as an Echo Fighter.
I'd rather have Jonesy
Right.
than over Mickey in this case because I don't think that's the thing.
Mickey can't be an Echo. He's gonna be a unique character, mate.
Sorry, guys. I
Alright,
really
I'm
need to
gonna-
get to these
I'm
questions.
gonna go ahead
now.
and read the comments
Yeah,
because
I need to-
people are kind of impatient.
Yeah, I know.
So
It's
let me
okay.
answer one of these.
Let me just do Bradley Powell's one because he asked a question ages ago and I haven't got to it. So the question is, my question: do you think characters are chosen by Nintendo? Yes, Sakurai said they are chosen by Nintendo, but I don't think Sakurai is going to be lying to us. That's my personal opinion on that. I think you can all agree that it's all Nintendo's doing all these characters. It's not Sakurai, 100%. Yeah? Okay. So then I'm going to go to Ultra. Just jump in whenever if you want to stop me. So Ultra says, when is Waluigi going to get his own game finally? When is going to join Smash Brothers with other Sonic characters? I don't think Waluigi's getting his own game. That's my personal
We can
opinion.
only hope. We can only dream.
Yeah.
The purple man can get his own game.
As I said,
Come
anything
on.
to add, guys, just jump in whenever. So anything
All
to
right.
add? Or...
Okay, and this is my spot to shine. I'm sorry, mate.
Okay, that's right. Go on, you go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, Waluigi game. I won't lie, it's unlikely, but I feel like if it's ever going to happen, it's going to happen after the large backlash from Base of Ultimate. I feel like that is going to give us a little bit of hope. But I feel like that's our only real chance for a good while. Honestly.
Okay.
Calm the hell down.
Waluigi definitely comes.
Okay. Gyro.
Waluigi coming to what?
Smash.
I hope so.
Not in this game.
No. Okay. Micro. You sound like you're talking into a pillow again. What's going on?
That's because I'm on a pillow. You. All right, I'm gonna
Answer the next question.
Okay, so,
Almighty
yeah,
Decorator, I wanted to do this already.
Yeah.
Do you guys think Ryu Hayabusa has a chance to be in Smash?
Yes.
Gyro actually was talking about that with Chris on his stream, and he was like a lot of people thought, but I think they took it the wrong way.
I think no.
Can you
Okay,
Can you,
so
go into
actually,
detail what you
let
meant?
me talk about this real quick because it was another game that was called Ultimate. It was some type of it was another type of game that Ryu Hayabusa was going to be in. And then I remember, wasn't it today that the Papa Gino.
Talking about getting names
Papa
wrong.
Gina.
He's talking about me.
Papa Gino had said that he had heard or that he'd seen a leak or something that apparently that Ryu Hayabusa was supposed to be in the original pass, that someone gave him the exact list of the characters in it, and Ryu Hayabusa was the only one changed from Byleth. And I'm going to put it bluntly, that leak is fake.
Oh, okay.
Because the information from what Sakurai has told us in the Famitsu article that he has about Byleth, that he started the development of that character while Three Houses was in development, that completely contradicts that leak.
Okay.
Dang,
So,
big confirmation there.
see, yeah, I didn't think
Ryu Hayabusa then,
Ryu
I guess.
Hayabusa was getting in. So,
I think he has a chance as long as the Spirit event doesn't happen first.
I think Ryu Hayabusa is true. I feel like it'll happen eventually in Smash. I really do feel like he's an eventual case, but I feel like he could either be leak bait or just someone people are bandwagoning on for no reason.
Or he's a Mii costume.
I mean, I don't really want Ryu Hayabusa, so I wouldn't mind.
I never saw him in, to be honest. Even he's getting leaked, I never saw
Alright.
him in. So, one last
next-
question, and then we've got to try and wrap this up now. Freddy Fazbear's me costume, yeah, me brawler. We said this before in other podcasts. I'm going to put a playlist, guys, for the previous podcast in, so you guys can tune into that.
But that's not a question.
Well, yeah, it was.
That's not a
It was
question.
It
That's
was.
literally just the commentary. Look, Freddy Fazbear's a me costume. What do you think? Oh,
Yes.
well, to be fair, he put a question mark.
So, yeah, I was just going through it. We've said this before. All of us agreed that Freddy might come as a me brawler outfit, maybe. That's the only thing.
I'm gonna
Freddy
do
as me brawler, Bonnie as gunner or sword fighter,
Yeah.
Chica as possibly a gunner,
Not sure.
and Foxy as sword fighter.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do the relax approach where I'm gonna just want it so much and believe it's gonna be real that it's just gonna come to reality.
Okay. Right. Last question. I know we have to wrap this up. So one more for Beverly Carter. Do you guys think Reimu
You guys think of Reimu
from
from
Terror
Toho
series has a
Reimu.
chance?
Reimu.
I can't pronounce them. I can't pronounce names as Gyro knows.
Okay, I'll do it. Do you guys think of Reimu from Toho series will be in Fighter Pass Volume 2 because on Fighter 9?
Yeah.
No.
I
I'm gonna put this bluntly, and I'm sorry to the person who wants them to death, but she isn't happening. She has no
but-
representation
no.
outside of Japan that kills her chances tremendously.
Yeah.
Dang.
I don't think
Big
she's
rip.
coming anyway.
I think Reimu has a chance, but the only way I see it happening is if we get some
Hero and Smash.
Yeah. And
And
I
I
did
doesn't-
actually ask my contact about this because I was told by said person that they had information, a source that told them Reimu was coming in the second fighter pass, and they said that that source doesn't sound like they know what they're talking about because Reimu is just they're just so out there. They said there's no representation for them on the Switch even, and the only thing we have is a rumor of a package of the games coming. The only ones we have right now on the Switch are spin-offs. They're not even the main series games.
Oh, I see.
And yes, she is an indie, but the problem with her indie status is that she's exclusively Japan.
Okay.
I
All right.
I
feel
hurt her
like-
really, really badly.
Okay.
Reimu feels like she's one of the most likely indies though. The only one which I think beats her is Travis Touchdown. I'll be honest there.
Okay.
Travis
Yeah, I
Touchdown is
think
probably one of the
Travis-
characters that we haven't talked about the most.
Well, we
I
need
think
to.
Travis kind of got a little bit of a knock against him because of what happened with the Game Awards. That kind of could have been a possibility where they could have instead of revealed could have revealed the game, they could have also then revealed at the end, hey, look who's coming to Smash.
Okay.
But I don't know when it would happen.
I never
It
s-
might
I
be
never saw it
if
come.
there's a third pass.
I've never seen her come in. I just don't. There's something about her that I don't see her joining Smash for some reason.
I'll be honest. I feel like Reimu is basically the Shovel Knight of Japan.
Dang.
Oh, dang. Okay. All right. So
Yeah, and you see what happened to Shovel Knight.
maybe Sis Trophy DLC. I don't know.
No, I mean like she's widely popular in Japan, but in the West she's a who. Like, because Shovel Knight in Japan, it flopped. It just flopped.
Okay. So
I know. The funny thing about with Shovel Knight is that there are other games that came out that same year, and everyone puts Shovel Knight on such this high tier of being the representation for how indie games should go, which also caused it to overshadow other possible games that could also have had a very good chance of being big if they hadn't been overshadowed by the nostalgia of Shovel Knight. Which honestly, I didn't buy into the Shovel Knight nostalgia because I wasn't big on Mega Man. I found the games to be too hard and frustrating, and Shovel Knight just didn't feel like a fun game to me.
I've been.
I played the demo of it, and I just didn't. I felt like it was copying way too much of other games. That it was just not enough. It wasn't original enough.
Okay. All right.
I have to go.
And
Bye.
it's now
Bye.
re-released itself. What, 4 times?
I will be honest. I feel like Shovel Knight's assist trophy status is perfect, but I also feel like Shantae should have been an assist trophy.
Or just in Smash, or just anyway.
No. I don't feel like a character's a good spot for her, considering she is not as popular as Shovel Knight, but she has more history. I would say a Mii costume would be not Mii costume. Assist trophy would be a perfect fit.
Well, it looks like that's all the time we have for today.
That's cool.
We only got like 3 minutes before it's 4 p.m. for me.
That's
so,
cool.
and a lot-
Yeah, we'll
it's
end it.
probably very late for Ant.
3 minutes before midnight for me, mate.
Okay, so
I-
No, you UK, like y'all.
yeah, we're still midnight here, so I've got to wrap this up. So I just want to say thank you to all the guys again. Thank you, LaxChris and Gyro, for joining us. I didn't actually think he was going to join here straight away, but thank you so much. I appreciate it. The more people, the better, to be honest. And if you want
pleasure.
and if you want to do this again, just always jump in. We always want to hear like new stuff. I think that Jill Valentine thing was very, very interesting, and I watched the whole thing with you and Chris, and I was just like, I have to tell these guys because it's so interesting. So, and it's just very glad to have you here and hear about it and everything, even if it is just speculation and take it with a grain of salt or whatever, or if it's true or not, it doesn't matter because at the end of the day, we're talking about Smash, and I love it. So,
Yeah.
so
Even if the game can sometimes make us all go crazy.
exactly. So,
Yeah, my bias of Waluigi will never die. He's coming.
That wasn't what I
Yeah.
meant. I meant like in general, like the different things that make us irked about the game, even gameplay wise.
all right, guys. Well, that is the end of the stream. I hope you guys enjoyed this stream today and enjoyed the 2 special guests today, which we didn't know we was going to get Gyro today, but we did. It's really
We apologize if we broke your hearts and if we made you feel like we ruined every single chance of any characters that you thought might be in Smash. But these are just our personal opinions. If it does happen in the future, then good for them and good for all those people who actually
But
wanted
before
it.
you guys
But for
go,
us, that's just our
Yeah.
personal opinion and bias. But
that's okay.
um,
Never know.
if any,
I'm
with
gonna
that
say
said,
Never
thank you
get
guys so much for watching the stream. We hope you enjoyed our time here and all that. would you guys like to say something before we end it off?
Yeah, what I was going to say before we go, if you have any like theories, speculation, leaks, or anything, just send our way so we've got something to talk about next week or anything you want. Just do it before Friday, before we start, and yeah, we'll cover it and see what you know. We go. What we think about it all, I guess. So, and
Okay,
again,
Gyro,
yeah.
you want to say something?
I don't have a YouTube that I'm going to link or anything like that, so yeah, I'm going to remain a very mysterious character in this
Ooh.
world of Discord and
I-
the social media.
Fair enough.
Gyro. I really liked your echo voice in the first one. I thought it was a perfect fit. It sounded so
and more mysterious.
Yes, because my mic decided to say, I'm not going to work properly tonight. So then the next time it works just fine. So yeah, go figure on that.
Okay, why did you want to say anything before we
I wanted to say something to people who, when we say we don't think Harris have a chance, don't give up hope. Otherwise, you're just gonna kill their chance in the long run.
Yeah, CNJ?
CNJ's disappeared. He had to go. So,
Son of a...
anyway, so guys,
Only
if you want, oh yeah, get gone.
Only last thing, and I hate myself still for this, is that I've accidentally had a perfect track record.
Oh, okay.
When I talked with Chris before Byleth, I said Byleth is possible, and I said why it was possible, and I wanted to be proven wrong, and guess what we got?
Oh.
And then in our last
God.
conversation, I said that I think there'll be a direct in the next 2 weeks. It feels like it's going to happen, and guess what? We've got 2 directs coming,
Oh.
and
Like
we're
Doctor
nearing
Strange's
the month.
words. Congratulations, you're a prophet.
Now, Gyro, say Waluigi then.
No, I can't. He's an assist trophy. He's got no chance.
Anyway, well, guys, if you want to subscribe to each individual one of us or check us out, all links are in the description. We've got our own Discord. As I said before, if there's anything you want to send us, any leaks, speculation, or anything like that, just DM one of us in our Discord. A new podcast approaches. Anything we could do better, let us know. Literally anything and everything, just send to us. So, yeah.
Either subscribe to our channels, follow us on Twitter, or just join the Discord.
Yeah.
But I swear, no trolls.
But anyway,
Yeah, no trolling,
We do not
please.
feed them trolls. We will ignore you from here on out if you dare try.
but anyway, guys, we got to end it there.
Okay, Micro. Fortnite for Smash.
Fuck you.
Anyway,
As a me costume.
so so thank you guys so much for watching. As I said, we're here to bring the Smash community together and make something really special if we can. I know the guys try to do it anyway, but we're here just to have fun at the end of the day. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we shall see you next Friday. Bye, guys.
Ow.